And good morning, everybody. It's the PGM moment, your personal growth moment here with Coach White. I'm so glad you're here this morning. Thank you so much for being up with me. It's 7 a.m., which is normally, 6 a.m.? Excuse me, I should be coughing away from the microphone there. So now you get to see the sunlight as you get to go on your way to work or whatever you got to do early in the morning. I'm kind of a fan the other way. I'd rather have my day maybe have a little more sunshine at the end of it than darkness come at 4:30 like it normally does. And because when I was going to work in the morning to school, I'm on the expressway. Might as well be dark. All the lights are on anyway with the cars and the street lights and stuff. But anyway, that's the way life goes. I thought they were going to change it and just leave it to no daylight savings times and no flipping back, but I guess they decided to change it anyway. But hey, bottom line is I'm here this morning. Let me get another sip of my coffee here. Life is good. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Man, unfortunately, the Bears lost, blew another one out there. I see the Cowboys. I say the Cowboys because of my wife. Yep. They just kept up what they've been doing all year. Let's just put it that way for all you Cowboy fans. I feel bad for you, but that's just the way life goes.
You don't feel bad.
No, I don't feel bad. I was lying. Just because my wife was sitting there, that's the only reason I said that. Oh, man. Excuse me.
Bro.
I've been dealing with a little bit of cough. A little tickle at the bottom of the throat there. Been going on for about a week, but I have defeated this thing. I am an overcomer, and I'm through this thing here. So, man, I'm ready to roll this morning. I'm perspiring a little bit down here, so you got to excuse that. I'm working through some things. I'm working on a healing. How's that? That's how I like to classify it. Working on a healing. Well, let's get started on this because I don't want to be coughing all morning here. And I know you got good things you got to get done today. It's just going to be a great week for you. You're setting it in motion already by starting it early in the morning and getting it off to the start that you want it to be. We're going to talk about persistence today. And I'm going to give you some keys to persistence today. And Saturday morning, I'm sitting on the couch and I'm watching a little television with my wife. And I'm thinking about, okay, what am I going to talk about come Monday morning? And I'm just thinking about, okay, what am I going to talk about? I can talk about this. I can talk about that. But in the meantime, I'm sitting there. My dog is around my neck. He's in my lap. And he's bringing me toy doorstop. Then he's bringing me his little rag. Then he's bringing me his ball, okay? Then he's bringing me his little monkey that he wants to play with. And it's like it's nonstop. This guy just keeps coming at me. And it dawned on me right then and there. I said, persistence. Because this little man is so persistent. He's going to find some way, one, to get my attention, two, to make me play with him. And he's going to bring a multitude of toys at me to see which one I will use to play with. And and if he doesn't have anything, he comes around my head and then he gets his face right here and he turns around and looks at me and starts licking my nose. And I'm thinking, that is persistence. This dog just will not stop until he gets my undivided attention, until he gets me to play with him. And I said, that's perfect right there, persistence. What else? I think that's what a lot of people need right now is persistence. To me, it's one of the most admirable characters that a person can have, but not everyone has the capacity to see something fully through. They'll stop along the way. See, if you're going to have great success, you're going to have a high level of persistence in your life. And there's a lot of people, they'll go and they'll get started, but about midway, they'll stop. They'll get bored. They'll get upset about something, or they'll have hardships, or they'll have discomforts or uncertainty. Or one of the biggest things will show up that all of us deal with, the fear of failure. I think that's something that we may talk about next week, the fear of failure. Because all of us experience that where we're looking over our shoulder to see what's coming, what's going to happen, what's going to sabotage us, what's going to make this thing not work, who's going to interfere with this thing and cause this thing to mess up. That's right, George, never give up. You can never give up. But again, what is it that you're dealing with that has caused you to stop being persistent in maybe your goals and your plans and the things that you set in front of you, and for some reason you stopped? Some reason you gave up. For some reason you just walked away from it. Come on now. See, if you're gonna be successful at something, you're gonna have to learn to develop the skills and master the skills of being persistent. Man, yes, it does take some skill mastery. There are some things that you have to put in place if you're going to remain persistent in pursuing the goals and the dreams that you have for yourselves. Now, it's easy for all of us. We can all just sit around, relax, hang in our comfort zone, and hope things are going to work out. Hope someone does something for us. Hope that maybe, this thing will turn around. But if you want to see real change, if you want to see things really start moving on your behalf, then you're going to have to develop a high level of persistence. Now, I want to give you 4 ways to develop some persistence in your life. And these are things that have worked for me. And I like to think that I'm pretty persistent. My wife says, here, I'm going back and forth in this chair. She goes, "You're always moving." She goes, "You never stop moving. You're always doing something." I said, "I'm sorry," I said, "I'm always working towards something, just because I want more than what I have, and I want to become more than who I am. So I have to learn to be persistent in the things that I want to achieve in life." Number 1, ready? You got to identify what you really want. You got to identify, is this thing meaningful? Okay? Is it goal worthy? Is it something that's going to help me? You got to identify, what do you really want? What do you want? What do you need? What do you desire? Those are all 3 separate things. What I need, what I want, and what I desire. You got to start seeing, okay, is this something I really want? Because if it's not what you want, then why are you going for it? Come on now. See, you have to identify those things. All right? Those are the things that are what's going to help you to move forward. Those are the things that are going to prioritize you. You can have all 3, but you got to prioritize those, baby. You got to prioritize the needs. You got to prioritize the wants, and you got to prioritize the desires. Okay? You got to put those in an order. I'm going this first, and this first, and this first, and this. And once you have it priority, then you will have yourself a good schedule. Those are the things that keep you moving forward. Those are the things that are going to add value to your life. Those are the things that are going to put you in a position to achieve what you are after. Now, they may seem impossible, but sometimes you just got, I heard a preacher one time, Ron Carpenter, say, sometimes you got to put something in front of you that scares you. You got to put something in front of you that says, wow, that is so big. I don't know if I can get that, but I'm going to go after it anyway. He says, because sometimes we get so settled in our routines and in our ruts, we go after the things that we know we can get all the time. He said, sometimes put something in front of you that scares you. Put something in front of you that's going to make you stretch and reach further than you've ever been reaching before. All right? Number 2, what's your motivation for it? All right? What are your motivational factors to go after it? I put it this way. What's your stimulus package? Okay? What's going to stimulate you to go after that thing? What's going to be the inner motivation? Forget the external motivations. What's the internal motivation that's going to make you get up and go after it? The motivation is what wakes you up every day. It's what I call that carrot out in front of the horse that keeps the horse moving constantly. It's that deep reason why you want to achieve something. All right? It's got to be the thing that infuses the energy on the inside of you to say, you know what? I'm waking up today. I'm going after this thing today. I know this thing's going to add value. I know this thing's going to be big. I know that this thing is going to break through. And at some point, it's going to be a blessing to somebody, or it's going to increase me financially. One of those things. See, if you don't have enough motivation, or one thing I learned is the power of why. We talked about that a long time ago. You have to have a power of why. It's that why that's going to make you say, you know what? I got to make this thing happen. All right? Because if you're not going to go after it, and if it doesn't seem big enough, then shelve it. I didn't say throw it away. I said shelve it. Sometimes I put things up on a shelf and I'm saying, what? This just doesn't apply right now. This just doesn't work right now. And I shelve it. But you know, at some point, I reach back on the shelf and I pull that thing and it fits in somewhere else down the road. Don't throw it away. Just shelve it. All right? Number 3, you got to have a plan of action. Yep, you got to have some action steps that are going to move you in the direction of where you want to go. What's your GPS, okay? Or what's your Waze app? If you look at whenever we travel, we have that Waze app that we operate. And it gives us a plan of action. It gives us a route. It gives us some directions. It gives us some points of reference of where we are. See, because you got to be able to measure where you are. So go do some research about what you want. Start planning what you need to do to improve yourself. Because many times it's not what you want, it's who you need to become to get what you want. All right? Be specific. Have some specific steps and some guidelines and some boundaries. Got to have boundaries. If you don't have boundaries, you could be running everywhere and anywhere for stuff that you don't need. All right. And if possible, give yourself an ETA, an estimated time that you're going to arrive at whatever goal, whatever point, or whatever finish line that you have for the thing. You know, because if you don't know what you want, then you won't know how to get there. I like this phrase, and I forgot who said it. When you don't know where you are going, any road will take you there. I forgot who quoted that, but when you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there.
It's a country song.
All right. My wife says that's a country song. Oh, man. Okay. Thank you, man. Hey, man, I hope you're hitting like and share before we get to number 4. I'm great in having you here. I thank George for being here, Lorena being here, Donnie Green is here, Speedy's up this morning, Granny Diane is here with us. Thank you so much. I appreciate you waking up this early to join me. Thank you.
Lewis Carroll quoted that.
Huh?
The guy named Lewis Carroll.
Lewis Carroll.
If you don't know where you're going, any road will get you.
My research assistant over there said Lewis Carroll is the one who said that. I had it, but I couldn't tell you who did it. And the 4th one, you got to develop a mastermind group. And I learned that from Darren Hardy. You got to have a group that helps to hold you accountable. You got to have a group that helps you, that you check in with. How am I doing with this? And how am I doing with this? Or they give you reference points, or they give you insight. They're mentors in your life. All right. These are I liken it to like this. Being a head coach. A head coach has assistants. And the assistants are critical to the success of the team and critical to the success of the head coach. They tell him the truth. They reveal blind spots. They guide him through difficult times. They're sounding boards for thoughts, ideas, and solutions. They're folks that you can trust in any situation. They will be there for you. They'll help you pick up the pieces. They'll be the guide when you're not the guide. They'll be the one that continues to walk with the vision and make the vision happen. You're going to have people in your life, some mastermind people who are key elements in strategic areas of the vision. Because let's face it, we don't know everything. That's why we need people in our lives who know more than us in other certain areas. A great example I like to say is the Bulls coach. Yeah, Phil Jackson gets a ton of credit. He's always getting credit. Oh, the triangle offense for the Bulls in their championship series. Bill, he didn't come up with the triangle offense. Phil did not come up with the triangle offense. It was Tex Winter who came up with the triangle offense. Tex Winter was sitting on the bench with the other head coach, Doug Collins. And he was trying to get Doug to run the triangle offense, but Doug would never run it. Okay, so when they got rid of Doug and Phil came in, Phil was an assistant, and those two kept talking and talking and talking. And Phil said, "Let's run the triangle offense." All right. So you need people like you need Tex winners in your life who know how to run the offense to get you where you need to go. All right. All right. And also, you can't afford to waste time anymore. You can't afford to listen to cynical people. You can't afford to listen to people who just want to blab. You can't afford to listen to people who just want to talk negative or talk down. Get those people out of your life. I don't know about you, but me, at my age, I don't have time to listen to people who want to be negative, who want to be counterculture, who just want to tell me all the things that can't go on and we're not supposed to be doing, and being over political. I don't got time for those people in my life. All right, I've got too many things to accomplish. All right, and also you need people who are willing to invest in your vision, who are willing to invest in what you want to succeed in. I'm done with people who are always wanting to make Withdrawals. Come on now. Withdrawals. We're done with those people. So those are the 4 that I have for you today. Be persistent. I don't know what you're after today, but whatever it is, go be persistent and make sure that you continue to live motivated. Man, have a great day. Love you guys.